So we all ride our bike for fun, at least most of us do, but when we ride we've obviously got to pack stuff. So I'm going to explain roughly what you'll need. You don't need to take all of this, but most of this is kind of what I'd take at a bare minimum. So first off, you're going to want a saddle bag. These you can pick up for not much, about £10 from your local bike shop. You really do need these if you're going to carry some of the stuff that comes up next. So this is a very important thing that you need for your bike. It just sits under the saddle and hooks on. Now these, you don't want to get one too big because it doesn't look that great. Some people, however, instead of using these, get a second bottle cage and use a bottle instead because they prefer that look, but some people use saddlebags. So whichever one you prefer, I prefer a saddlebag because then you can have the extra bottle of water to drink. Now, the next thing I recommend is a set of Allen keys like I've got here, or I'd more or less recommend a multi-tool. These are here because we don't actually have a multi-tool that we know where it is, because we lost ours, so we're currently using this. Park Tools do a multi-tool that is very good. It's about £30. I will leave a link in the description below, but this one, it can fix anything pretty much. If you can't fix it roadside, your bike needs to be in a shop or being worked at properly at home anyway. So it's got anything from chain tools, Allen keys, screws, all sorts. Now, next up is a spare inner tube. These inner tubes can roll up, so it comes like this. Make sure you do get the right measurement for your bike because you don't want to have a wrong fitting tyre. So you get your valve, to roll it up, you get your valve, which I've got here. Now you put that on the inside, like I've done. You're at two ends, like that. And now you just start rolling it down. And after we've finished rolling it, what I like to do is I like to put an elastic band around it to keep it secure, so that it doesn't unroll in my saddlebag or in my bag. But to go with this, you're going to need something to pump it up. So here I have a pump. This pump is not meant to go in your saddlebag because it's too big. But what you do with it is, here you've got a Velcro clip and some plastic clips that you can take off. So here you have your pump. But the way that this goes on your bike is this bit, there are two screws here. So it goes underneath your bottle cage in the screws it does. And then you just clip this into the plastic clips and wrap the Velcro up in it. And then you've got this holding your pump so that if ever you have a puncture you can just replace it. Now, next up is something you don't need to take on the shorter rides, but I do highly recommend you take it on the longer rides, since on the longer rides you're going to need this. Even water you're probably going to need to take on a short ride. So obviously water is one main thing you're going to take. I do not leave without this, since it is so important, because you cannot ride when you're dehydrated. When you're dehydrated, it's horrible to ride. Now, when you do take water with you, don't drink when you get thirsty, because then it's too late. Drink before you get thirsty. So, next up is food or nutrition of some sort. Some people use gels, here I've got a bag of nuts, but normally what I use is a flapjack, but another good thing is honey, since it's got a fair bit of sugar and things that can obviously keep you well riding, really, because if you don't have this on a long ride, you'll bonk, and that isn't nice. Trust me, I've experienced it. So, the most importantly is a helmet. Helmets, the cheapest ones can be picked up for around £30 at your local bike shop. So, no excuse by saying they're too much, because if you can't afford this, you shouldn't have a bike. These are very important things for when you're riding, because you don't want to fall off and hit your head, because that can lead to bad things. But if you are looking for some other ones because you're maybe serious, there are some really lightweight helmets and some aero helmets. I'll link a video when I make it in the description to the different types of helmets and what they're used for. Obviously the link will be in the description when I find which helmets there are. So I've got to do a bit of research, but also it will take me time to make the video.